On this special episode of The Unexplained Explained, we investigate the truth behind the existence of time travel. Some images may be disturbing. Viewer discretion advised.
Good evening, folks. This is Sean Hall, and you're watching The Unexplained Explained. Take a trip with us tonight on The Unexplained Explained for a first-time exclusive feature. An expedition, an odyssey if you will, exploring the shocking claims of H.G. Wells. This is a story with a local spin, rife with intrigue, destruction, and persecution, all with a mix of time travel thrown in for good measure.
I am H.G. Wells, and I am what you would call a time traveler. The time was July of 1895 when I was approached by a group claiming to know all of the world's secrets. They had summoned me to make a time machine. I had taken the liberty to film some of my findings in my travels, hoping that it would ring true with some of you this day. So sit back and allow me to tell you of how this beautiful city you see before you will lead to ruin.
Welcome to the Illuminati world, my dude.
Alright, Mr. Wells. We have brought you here today because we have a very special mission for you. We need you to build that and enter the future.
How exactly is this going to work?
Well, for crying out loud, Bo. You know we have the fourth dimension, time. I've got plenty of ideas to help you get the time machine up and running. I can help you build it.
So, Mr. Wells, will you build this?
What exactly do you plan on me to find in this excursion to the future?
Well, GE is working on a nuclear reactor.
We just need you to time jump into Schenectady and check on the progress of our city.
So, Mr. Wells, do you accept our mission?
Well, if it's for the good of our city, then I suppose I can accept. Listen, Mr. Steinmetz, I was looking over the design ideas for your time machine again, and allow me to tell you, they're trash.
I'll have you know that design for a time machine is the perfect design for traveling through the fourth dimension.
Well, I'll have you know that if this design is going to work, we're going to have to change it up completely, and we're going to have to do it my way. Fine. So I believe this is farewell. You should take this. Trust me, you'll need it. It's important. Allow me to just say, this business proposition has been one of the worst in my entire life.
I agree. I'm never working with you again.
While you work. Come on, get smart, tune up and start to whistle while you work.
Thank you for tuning in tonight. My name is Amanda Sykes, and you're watching The Unexplained Explained. With us today, we have with us Mr. H.G. Wells, the famous fiction writer. His claims are about this time traveling to the future, and we have with him here today to answer some of our questions about this time traveling. Mr. Wells, thank you for coming with us tonight. And I just want to ask you a few questions about, what was it like going into this future?
Well, thank you for having me. And allow me to tell you that everything you're about to hear is 100% true. But allow me to give you a warning first, that the footage I have taken the liberty of recording for you may be disturbing for some viewers, as corporate greed has completely ruined our future.
So what did it look like when you were there?
Well, normally when people think of the future, they think of things like metal fortresses or flying cities, but that is not what I found. For you see, my city, our city, has been completely reduced to rubble.
So there's literally no buildings, cars, anything, nothing there?
Nothing. Everything that had once withstood the test of time has now been completely shattered to the ground.
Well, were there any people or any humans, pets, animals?
Well, I wouldn't go so far as to call the species that I discovered human. It's more like mankind has devolved into two races over the time.
Okay, so what did you call these people?
I refer to them as the Maybes and the Mohawkmos.
That's crazy, honestly.
Shocking, isn't it? Don't move. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Are you having trouble multitasking and need more help around the house? Are you always rushing and trying to get things done? Well, I have the product for you. Fast Hands. It will help you with anything around the house and even the workplace. Come on.
I don't have any money to fix your phone. I'm trying to clean the dishes.
My doll is broken.
I'm trying to clean the dishes.
Mom.
Shut the bloody up! I'm a single mom with 3 kids. Need help around the house. Can I use Fast Hands?
Of course you can use Fast Hands. We can help clean up the house and play with your kids.
Can I have money for fix my phone, please?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, Mom.
Mom, my doll's still broken. The leg is.
There you go, honey.
Thank you.
I love you, Mom. Bye.
One of you guys put this in the dryer for me?
No, you got Fast Hands. Use that.
Coming soon to stores near you. Fast Feet. It will do the same stuff Fast Hands do, but with feet. Call now and we'll get you a special offer that you can't resist. Disclaimer. Fast Hands is not refundable and is not responsible for what happens to your kids or workplace. Fast Hands may catch on fire, may cause illness, and may lead to death. If you do get hurt by Fast Hands, call 991. It will not help you, but it's still fun to call. So call 1-700-6489-264, 8472-564-76-2374. Call now.
Welcome back, and now we will go to Amanda Sykes as she digs deeper with a panel of experts.
Here are two experts from the field of astrophysics with opposing viewpoints.
It's ridiculous to even believe that Mr. Wells would be alive after 1,895 years during his travels.
Time travel is entirely possible under the right circumstances.
We all know that the fourth dimension is something made up by the government conspiracists and the alien terrorists.
The vortex would grant him entry into the fourth dimension of time.
Next, we're going to take you, and you can see real-life footage of what he encountered in the future.
My name is H.G. Wells. I have come over 1,895 years in the future of Schenectady, New York, along with my film crew, to document where our world leads this far flung in time. I was astonished, you understand, to find that my time machine had proved to be 100% successful and actually managed to take us into our future. However, to my shock and awe, I discovered that what I had expected to be a utopian society filled with technology that had years to evolve was in reality a dystopia with ruined buildings and total cataclysmic countryside. Through my research and findings, it's most likely that some form of nuclear fallout was responsible for the destruction of our once great city, and had also ratified and mutated the genes of our humankind. I have also come to introduce myself to a group of people that call themselves the Maybes, one of two new life forms that live in our world. They seem to have struck up a meeting of some kind to discuss the well-being of the second group that lives in our world now, that call themselves the Mohawkmos.
My followers, I have gathered you here today to remind you that we still remain a great, strong nation. Reports from the government operatives about the underground tell us the Mohawkmos are planning to revolt. No way. Do not forget, people. You are here to serve us. Always remember, your vital roles are to solely benefit this organization. We need not to take this as a step back. We need to keep the Mohawkmos where they belong. Underground! Yeah!
Thank you for tuning in again. For the people at home that just watched the video, I thought that it was very interesting, and I was kind of confused by what I just saw. So, Mr. Wells, can you please tell me what is this about? What am I watching? What did I just watch?
Well, you see, what you just saw was the president of the Maybes, the dominant race of people in the future that mankind has devolved from. From what I gathered, the Maybes truly think that their way of life is the only way of life that matters, and their president does everything in order to help make sure that the lower classman that is responsible for this stays below the ground.
Well, you have it here. This is what this is about. You can always watch it again on our website.
A city of rubble? Subhuman creatures? Hold on tight. All this and more are explained on The Unexplained Explained after this commercial break.
Howdy. You know what you need on a hot summer day? A nice, cool, refreshing can of Pepsi. Did you know that Pepsi is a cure-all for all common ailments? And 9 out of 10 doctors recommend you drink 7 cans of Pepsi daily. Go to your local Price Chopper now and pick up a few 12 or 24 packs today. For more great deals on Pepsi, visit ilovepepsi.com and also pick up some sweet Pepsi swag there as well.
Pepsi, sponsored by Price Chopper.
Sean Holt here with you again. Warning, my friends, I will now bring up some disturbing footage from the future.
This is H.G. Wells. I'm in the middle of what is known as the lair of the Mohawk Moose. I have come here by complete accident. I have no idea what is even happening anymore, but it appears that the Mohawk Moose are in the midst of some kind of a revolt against the Maybe people. I am so freaking scared right now. If anything happens to me, well then no one's gonna be able to see this. So, I think that it's probably best that if...
My people, we have been under the oppression of the Maybes for far too long. At night we will rise and we will hunt them down. Yeah! We will tear the leaders down from their pedestals and from their palaces. Yeah! Destroy their homes and raise their crops. Yeah! We will banish them to the underground. Yeah! We will be the oppressors, and they will have to live in fear. Yeah! You all have lived in paradise for many years and have forgotten about the weapons of war. We have not. And we will cut you down where you stand if you don't treat us like equals. If you don't let us share in the bounty that you have. We have produced for you for centuries, and we are tired of it. We get nothing of what you've had. And it's about goddamn time that we get some of it. Yeah. You will meet our demands or you will die.
Your bold words, they're empty. You're gonna go back to where you belong, underground. You guys are all a joke. Stop playing games with the people up here.
Shocking, isn't it? Don't move, we'll be right back after this commercial break. And still to come, H.G. Wells agrees to a lie detector test.
There's some paper.
Well, I have so much paperwork and not enough time. Can I use fast hands?
Of course you can use fast hands. We can help you type your time sheets and you can do your paperwork.
I love fast hands. It has made such a change in my lifestyle. Thank you, fast hands.
If you love fast hands, you can get fast hands for $19.99 plus tax and $40 shipping. If you call now, you can get 2 fast hands for the price of 3.
Fast hands. Fast hands help you do a lot of things quicker.
Welcome back. We have with us H.G. Wells, and we're going to give him a lie detector test to see if his claims are actually real. Mr. Wells, are you ready to take this test?
I am ready, for I have nothing to hide.
Is there anything you would like to tell us before you take this test?
Not at the moment, no. I'll simply let the results speak for themselves.
Your answer.
And welcome back. I have with us here today Dante Howard, a professional polygrapher. We asked Mr. Dante if he could ask Mr. Wells a few questions about his claims on time traveling, and we have the results right here.
Thank you. So when asked during the lie detector test whether the subject was a person known as H.G. Wells, the test determined that he was telling the truth. So when asked during the lie detector test whether Wells traveled through time, the test results were inconclusive. So when asked during Wells seeing the subhuman creatures, the test determined that it was also inconclusive.
Well, you have it here. This was the most fascinating, crazy, unbelievable episode that's ever aired on The Unexplained Explained. This doesn't happen very often, as you can see. Mr. Wells has shown us very convincing evidence about his travels to the future. However, our research team is still looking further into Mr. Wells' claims. Dante Howard's lie detector results are reported as inconclusive. We are currently at a loss to explain the unexplained. Once we get more updates, we will air them as they occur. Thank you for watching The Unexplained Explain, and have a good evening. I don't get paid enough for this job.
Thanks for tuning in tonight. This has been Sean Hall, and you've been watching The Unexplained Explained. Stay with us for next week as we tackle the mysteries of Bigfoot. Good night, everyone.
I like diamonds, I like stunning, I like shining, I like $1 million deals. Where's my pen? I like those the ones that look like socks.
And now, some disturbing. I got stuck. An expedition. Oh, I started.
Just start from the top. Start from the top. Leave it. Okay, ready?
Sean Holt here with you again. Warning, my friends, I will now bring up disturbing footage from the future. Some disturbing footage. Oh.
Yeah, that's okay. Or he's lying. Either or is fine, Ramon. He's lying. He ain't really growing gray hairs. Shut up, Shamar. You don't even have a line. Shut up.
Nation!
By God, they even took Charles's house, and all that's left is his severed head.
Thank you for tuning in to The Unexplained Explained. I'm Amanda Sykes, and this is your show.
Alright.
Alright, we're good.
The worst in my entire life.
I agree. I'm never working with you again.
You suck. Get out of here.
And them white guy.
Am I doing it? You're recording me. Just for a second there. Okay. Lodi, I think
Looks like you have a German Shepherd.
you struggling there, Miss
I have a
Weeder.
little Australian Shepherd and we'll
Miss Weeder is struggling and we're all having fun. Isn't that a problem?
Alright, we good? Oh, now to the commercials.
Snatched! You gonna do a blooper reel?
Questions about what was it like going into this future? Thank you for tuning in at home. Oh, come on, Jaheem.
Last statement.
Statements.
Okay, Miss Miller.
Miss Nala.
Come on. Twist cabbage off instinct. Don't think, stink, think, my Detroit Tim's for my hooligans in Brooklyn. Papa been smooth since days of under rules. Never lose, never choose to. Bruise, cruise, who? Do something to us. Talk, go through us. Girls want to us.